Many people believe that overcoming a porn habit is simply a matter of willpower. They think if someone just tried harder, they could stop. This idea is a common myth. It places blame on the individual's character, suggesting they are weak or lack discipline. But the real story is much more complex and has little to do with raw willpower. The truth is found deep inside the brain's intricate wiring. Understanding this is the first step. It shifts the conversation from one of shame to one of science and compassion. It helps us see that this isn't a moral failing, it's a biological process gone awry, a powerful force that can hijack even the strongest resolve. At the heart of this issue is a chemical in your brain called dopamine. Dopamine is often called the pleasure chemical, but that's not its full story. It's more accurately the motivation chemical. It's released when your brain anticipates a reward, driving you to seek it out. Think of it as the gas pedal for your desires. When you eat a delicious meal or achieve a goal, your brain releases a little bit of dopamine, which feels good and teaches you to repeat that behavior. Internet pornography, however, acts like a rocket fuel for this system. It provides an endless stream of novel sexual partners and scenarios, something that is completely unnatural from an evolutionary perspective. This novelty triggers a massive and sustained release of dopamine, far greater than what you would experience from natural rewards. Your brain interprets this huge dopamine surge as something incredibly important for survival. It creates a powerful memory and a strong motivation to return. Over time, with repeated exposure, the brain starts to adapt to this intense stimulation. It's a process called tolerance. The dopamine receptors in your brain begin to downregulate. Now, you need more and more extreme content just to feel the same level of excitement. Natural, everyday pleasures start to feel dull and uninteresting by comparison. This is the core of the addiction cycle. Your brain has built a high-speed dopamine highway leading directly to pornography, while the scenic country roads leading to healthy pleasures have become overgrown and forgotten. Our brains are brilliant at creating shortcuts to save energy. These shortcuts are called habits. Every habit follows a simple three-step neurological pattern: cue, routine, and reward. The cue is the trigger that tells your brain to go into automatic mode. It could be a time of day, a feeling like stress or boredom, or a specific location. This cue sets the entire process in motion without you having to think much about it. It acts like a signpost pointing your brain down a well-worn path. The second step is the routine, the behavior itself. Because you've done it many times before, this action becomes automatic. Your brain is simply following the script it has learned. This automaticity is why it can feel like you've lost control. The brain's prefrontal cortex gets bypassed. The brain is now running on autopilot. The final step is the reward, the massive dopamine surge. This solidifies the habit loop, teaching your brain that this sequence is worth remembering and repeating. Each time you complete the loop, the connection gets stronger. The neural pathway becomes more myelinated, like paving a dirt road and turning it into a superhighway. Over time, this pathway becomes the brain's default response. When you feel bored, stressed, or lonely, your brain's internal GPS automatically reroutes you toward the familiar habit. This is why quitting is so hard. You're not just fighting a desire, you're fighting a deeply ingrained, automated brain circuit. The habit has become so efficient that it feels like an inseparable part of you. The most important message from brain science is one of hope. The brain can change. This ability is called neuroplasticity. Just as the brain can be rewired by a porn habit, it can also be rewired back to a healthier state. The process of recovery is essentially a reboot. It involves abstaining from the stimulus, giving the brain time and space to heal. This isn't an overnight fix. It's a gradual process of allowing the dopamine system to resensitize. It's like allowing overfarmed soil to lie fallow so it can regain its nutrients. The first step is creating distance from the trigger, complete abstinence from pornography. During this time, dopamine receptors can begin to come back online. This is often the most difficult phase, as the brain will send powerful craving signals. This is a normal part of the healing process. It's a sign that the brain is beginning to recalibrate. Understanding this can help you push through the discomfort. As the brain begins to heal, it's crucial to build new healthy habits. When you feel a cue like boredom or stress, you can choose to go for a run, call a friend, work on a hobby, or practice mindfulness. At first, these activities might not feel very rewarding because your dopamine system is still healing. But with consistency, the brain will start to form new neural pathways. It will learn to associate these healthy behaviors with a more natural sense of well-being, slowly building new, positive habit loops. No one has to go through this process alone. The journey is much easier with support and the right information. Connecting with others who understand the struggle provides vital encouragement. The science is clear, change is possible. Your brain is not permanently broken, it is incredibly resilient and capable of healing. By understanding how your brain works and taking deliberate steps to build new habits, you can break free from the cycle. You can reclaim your motivation, your focus, and your ability to find deep joy in the real world.